Greetings, fellow Vaultures, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Vaultures, which originally streamed live on Twitch. This is episode 29. So from last stream, where's the historical? We were protecting one friend in danger. Here it is. This one sort of determined the last third of the stream or so. And it actually wasn't as hard as I thought it would, because the types of raids that were attacking us were not these sort of like death raids that you would sort of expect to see in a series of mine. And that was obviously successful. So now that we have oodles of gold and luciferium, there it is, 125 luciferium, which is just a ridiculous amount. We have been adding and changing up our population. For the sort of the first time ever, we have been voting people out and adding people in, which is the way it is. It's kind of by design. So the latest would be Arclight, who is the trigger-happy bullseye wannabe with marksmanship and all of that. Like always, I'm going to let you all sort of determine the priorities of the stream, what we're doing. What I am hoping to do, however, is to hit up more of the factional war type stuff, because it's fun. So if you recall what Zayla went in to steal, that was factional war. We're still hunting for the last genome stabilizer, but we'll probably end up doing a whole lot of genome gene modding anyway. So here's where we pick up. And the last thing that happened was that Eric here went a little crazy and we had to shock him down so he didn't kill anyone. Oh, we have a transport crash of Amy, who's addicted to ambrosia and dead in just a few hours of the wrong faith. Oh, that is a shame. Who can go pick her up? Because I don't mind interrogating my prisoners. Zayla, you can. And I don't even have a prison. You'd think I'd have one of those by now. I think we've been using this. Alright, Zayla, get on out there. So if you take a look up top, we have what was last left off, which is head to vaults and cryptonics. And right now it's going to be waiting for viewers. Essentially, I'm going to wait just like 10 minutes or so for people to filter in. Especially given that the US has gone through daylight savings, so it's probably very confusing to non-Americans. Like, oh, why are you live earlier? Well, because daylight savings is stupid, it shouldn't exist, but it does exist, and here I am. It's confusing to Americans too. Yeah, that is true. Experiment success. Eric is no longer easily bored. All right. One thing I do need to do is to start predictions and then figure out who's going to go into the pod. So what I was trying to do early on was to put all of my people in a specific order so that I can make sure that I have the right list. Macho, Zayla, Kilgore, Shaken, Glitch, Icarus, Kellyan, Eric, Arclight. Alright, so the next question I have for you all is who's going through the pod right now? And I think the top choice and then the runner-up, there are 2 free pods, right? So we can have multiple going through. So there's this giant pole that almost completely obfuscates my face if I lean. And just go ahead and vote. I will give you a little reminder, though. So for aggro, it would only be remove power. You'd only be losing the callus. Iscandia would be add or remove. Iscandia is bigoted and paranoid with glory kill and ice breath. Noob would only be adding powers. He has no weaknesses. Garen would be adding a power or removing weakness. The weakness is an immunological disorder, which is really nasty, but I have gene tailoring, or I rather have biosculpting, which keeps him pretty safe. And then he's the fireball loner, or one of them. Macho, eagle-eyed, plasteel skeleton, but lustful. Macho is the one that sort of hits on everybody, so as you can see, we have ripped out his tongue. And that would be at a remove, of course. And then Zayla here is easily enraged, but somehow hasn't been enraged. It's kind of interesting, because the other person that was easily enraged was always fighting. But at a remove there as well, invisibility and plasteel skeleton. Kilgore with psychic shock and laser eyes, unsure, doubling the aiming time, and also audacious, so I can't actually tell them what to do. Holy cow! Critical foxes. I can't cheers you enough. But as many cheers as you can receive. Now everybody in the chat is subscribed. Oh man. Well, color me pink. Oh boy. Christmas came many seasons too early. Shaken here, who is the hilarious, super flammable pyro. At a remove, of course. Glitch, at a remove, easily bored, and super hacker. Icarus, who is the promising candidate, so can go through without any failures, and that would just be add only. Icarus also is our new research specialist, as they have a genius intellect, so this should help us get through some of this research that we have here, because the research rate, if you remember, is set to very slow, so we research unbelievably slow. Kellyan, martial artists who can never be punched, finally lost the whole easily enraged, but still unstable with the weapons expert. Eric, who just has the overshield, and then Arclight, unsure, doubling the aiming time, but also marksman and trigger happy. Who am I interrogating? Wait, what? I'm a little confused. Oh, yes, we do indeed have people to interrogate. Did I kill them? Oh, no, they're over here. Okay. Got it. So we're turning this sort of into an interrogation... an interrogation bank, where we get to interrogate them to find out what's going on. So this has Hans, a 94-year-old... Okay, well, Hans isn't going to survive the 19 days for us to get there. One of the things I needed to do, I just realized, is set up a new food restriction for the prisoners, which is nutrient paste only, because we don't want to give our prisoners anything nice. I've successfully conscripted you to RimWorld. You know, in my opinion, I did none of the work. RimWorld speaks for itself, but I'm glad to have you. Randall Thorne, thanks for gifting out subs as well. And Stutach, Shallow Gene Pool, Fangface, Joja Cam, and Lazy Lady Stormguard. I like that name. Thank you for the subs. Fangface for bits. Car Fashion. The resub. Thank you all. It just keeps going. Sven, or otherwise Matt, Sky, Nick the Good, and Glitch. Glitch, as always. I cheers to you all. So who do we got here? I left this poll up like 2.5 minutes longer than I should have. It looks like Macho and Icarus. All right. Macho, small face, if you're here, you get to decide what kind of cycle it is. For Icarus, it's very obvious. It's just going to be an ad cycle. He has no weaknesses. And there's no point in doing a prediction because he can't fail. He's a promising candidate, so his experiments never fail, which is wonderful. Ad for you as well. All right, so taking a look at Macho here. Macho is lustful, but he likes to lose the tongue, and I believe that's the choice you made last time. So we're doing an add superpower for Icarus and an add superpower for Macho. And then I'll do a prediction on Macho. So this is a 30% chance of failure, just to let you know. And we will run a prediction on that. So will it fail? Yes or no? The game says 30% chance to fail, but that doesn't necessarily mean it will pass. So you can bank on the rare chance that it fails, the 30%. It would be great if you guys stopped punching one another. Like, it would bring me a lot of joy if you stopped punching one another. Have I prepared any snacks? I have, actually. Hey, Phoebus, congrats on not being homeless. Would almost seem like it's time for a dedicated storage room. You know, you're not wrong, but I don't really have the floor space for it either. Right? I think that's probably the constraining factor. Daedora, thank you for the resub. And Celia Strider, thank you for the follow. And welcome to you all. So whose pod is this? Is this Arclights? Yeah, I believe that's Arclights, because Arclight, as far as I can tell, does not have a pod yet. So I'm going to put Arclight in a pleasure cycle, and I believe Eric might be the other one that hasn't gone through. So I'm going to put Eric through a pleasure cycle as well. And the purpose of these pleasure cycles is so that we biotune, because once we're biotuned, all the other things that we have to do, like bioregeneration or de-aging, is faster, and the pleasure cycles are super fast. They whip by. Oh, here Kilgore is beating up Happy and Amy. And Stash of... Oh, good. Yeah, look, we have to kill 2 cats for a shock lance and literal bits. That's not very close. So let me start this poll. Save the last one. So this poll is basically, what should I prioritize? So here is the options that I've written up. Good. I'm inventing words now. Gene monitoring. Speaking of inventing words. Okay. This coffee has to sort of seep in. I'm going to blame daylight savings on this. Gene modding and bionics, heading to new vaults, attacking enemy settlements, going questing, or viewer suggestions. So we have a fair bit of quests sort of sitting here. As you can see. Built up from interrogating prisoners and going places and doing things. So you all can kind of decide if we quest, attack enemy settlements. So in terms of enemy settlements, we are here. And the A-Shielded tribe is our only ally. But we do indeed have enemy settlements kind of speckled everywhere. Now, I don't have the ability to do far skipping. Hold on one second. I'm going to try to stop the dog barking. An ally for now. Yeah, the trouble is when you don't have any allies, the game kind of bugs out because it can't offer you quests. Because, you know, of course, generally, your quests that you receive are being offered by allies. Well, not all of them, but here's an example. Saving Arvaren is offered, of course, by the tribe. And when you don't have any allies, those kind of offer quests stop happening, which could be a problem. Okay, Kellyan, I made you repair all day long. That's another thing that we've been working on, and it looks like we've been doing a pretty good job, is repairing all the external walls where the walls exist. So it seems to me like only one section is down, and almost everywhere else is fully repaired, which is fantastic considering the amount of damage that it has received. What are you doing with that? Hey. Okay, I obviously have some failings here. Apparel. Do not allow tainted. Yeah. Tainted apparel is actually fine as long as it's smeltable, but whatever. Repairing Kilgore's wall damage. Yep. This damage can never really be repaired, but all that we can, we have. And A-Shield Tribe is coming in with a Vaultures. Oh boy. You guys are tying this up. Gene modding and bionics and going questing. Well, you know what? I could do both. You'll be my ally? Oh, yes. The 0-day exploiters, the Shattered Empire that is permanently hostile with me. It's going to be my ally. Yep, that checks out. Totally checks out. So what quest should I go on? We have the one for... Alright, 4 days on that. That's enough. So, heavy SMG and low shield. We have a ancient complex. I think we have several ancient complexes, but that's just one of them. Stash of Fortune, so Shock Lance. Or Sealed Vaults. I guess Sealed Vaults gets to be injected in here anyway. Hey, whatever happened to... Did we kill them? Where'd Amy go? Amy. I was pretty sure I set her on interrogate, not release. But I don't see her corpse. So, I don't know. I beat Amy to death? Yeah, let me, I think it's not Twitch, it's possibly me. It's hard to tell. Give me 1 second while you vote. I'm gonna try to figure out if it's me. Because yeah, right now I am I'm dropping frames, but I don't know if it's local or not. I'll know in a minute. I believe we're fully repaired. Well, except for the wall segments I don't have access to. Okay, yeah, this is not me. Just hit the end stream button. I see what you did there. So how's my food holding up? Oh, these should be off. And then this wall segment needs to still get destroyed. So I'll have this Candy start working on that. Orcsbane, thank you for the resub. I am doing well today, other than the fact that Twitch seems to be... Oh, you know what? I'm not dropping frames anymore. So maybe Twitch is done being the way it is. I think I'm going to allow this prisoner here to recover a little bit of health. Actually, I think I can instantly recover them so I can torture them some more. I mean, interrogate. I keep getting those wrong. Yeah, there we go. That's like, healing him is like the deepest level of torture, in my opinion. But he seems to be happy, so that's fine. I'm gonna move Happy back because we're gonna need the... Are you in a double strand shirt for real? It's only normal quality, so whatever. I'm gonna move Happy back because we want this as a hospital. Oh, you know what? I'm dropping frames again. It's just Twitch. Twitch being itself in the most Twitch way possible. Alright, so I did click off this trade, so let me get back to the trade again and look through it. So we have tons and tons of pack of survival meals, more than we would ever need. reasonably. But is there anything I want to buy? Oh, it's so many components. I should probably sell some of these, because it's kind of ridiculous to have 176. So that's more than they can afford. Come on, sell me something worth something. You're killing me here. God, they have garbage. They have nothing. Fine, whatever. Good enough. Alright, looks like the Shock Lance has won. So let's quest for the Shock Lance. That would be... Where is it? Whoa! Okay. That's going to be a trip. It's what, 2 manhunting cats? Alright, I think I'm going to send Noob. Because Noob has 2 bionic legs and 2 plasteel claws, so the cats will get clawed to death. And then Noob, I'm going to give you a plasma sword so that you set them on fire while you're at it. Nothing like a little cat cruelty. And this probably means that I have the capacity to do some other quests, because I'm not doing too many. So I'm just going to take 2 of the donkeys. 10 meals, rice, agave, spare meds, and send. Make sure that you are able to do medical tending. Yeah, okay. Because that's another thing is, like, let's say we got scratched a little bit, and then we didn't have the ability to do medical tending, it would be stupidly fatal. So we are going to be on our way, and then you are going to be set up for travel food. It's at Exelos. Good reference. Exelos is like the Tahiti of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. What was supposed to be on this bench? Probably gold, I imagine. Certainly not just a random hand grenade. That doesn't sound like me. So now I have a bionic leg, and who should get the leg? Easy peasy question. So Aggro doesn't need it, Noob doesn't need it, but pretty much everybody else needs it, but they're going to be included on the poll anyway. So you can... I like how the 2 people I mentioned didn't need it. You were like, give it to them. Oh, democracies. Sometimes you fail, and you fail hard when you do. Oh, hello. Wow, that fell in here. That's great. A cataphract helmet, an incendiary lance, 3 advanced components, and a artistic trainer. Alright, Icarus. When Icarus is out, he'll take the art trainer. And then I will also head to one of these ancient complexes, I think, because that was the runner-up. Yeah. So for that, I would want a construct... Oh, hello. In there again? For more Eltex garbage and armor skin glands. Well, I like the deliveries. I don't like what was delivered. That's okay. So, for the complexes, we're going to want someone that can construct, which would be Zayla or Aggro normally, but Zayla's in a hello again. And brain wiring, specialized limbs, and skin hardening tech prints. Alright, alright, alright. Who's... Oh, we're beating the, And reinforced barrels. New lovers, Zayla and Kieran, complimented their open-mindedness, which is particularly funny considering we're collectivist isolationists. So I think the compliment was like, I like how you hate everybody else. You know what? I like that about you too. It went something like that. Alrighty, so we're going to move them in together. So this is for colonists, and that would be Zayla and Kieran. Wait, I thought Zayla was in a pod. I guess not. Because I'm not paying attention. Got it. So Zayla should probably be one of the people that go to an ancient complex. And then maybe a brawler. And maybe Kieran as well. So Zayla, Kieran, and Ascandia will go. Ascandia's almost done here. There you are. It's lovely. Lovely redesign. It's 11 in the morning. Oh, never mind. Kieran and Ascandia are now wounded. Because they punched each other. What set that off? You hurled invectives against his loyalty, and that does not go over so well. I also like how Glitch absolutely doesn't need the bionic legs, and yet you vote for Glitch, but that's just my failing of not informing you that he didn't need it. So I would say, because Kieran's already in the bed, and has some votes for him to get the leg, I'm going to give one of the legs to him. And then Noob doesn't need it. Arclight is in a pod. Kellyan, Shaken, no votes for Shaken. Zayla, no votes for Zayla. I don't know. This is just like, yeah. I guess Iscandia is also injured, so Iscandia will get the other leg too. Those that beat each other up get legs, apparently, in this colony. It makes very little sense, and don't analyze it. So let's increase their medical quality. Increase the medical quality. Cable near their entrance is not symmetric. You know, the entrance is not symmetric. I don't know how to point that out to you, but this is 6 wide. Right here. And then if you take a look down here, 8. And then, where was the... Oh, it's actually this section that's not symmetric. This is 6 and 5. All right, so I'll fix the cables. Credit where credit is due. Actually, I don't even want the cables where they are right now. Because they would explode? I don't actually know how to protect these cables from dead power. Or from proximity explosions. But whatever, I'll do my best. So, let's wrap that up, because obviously I didn't listen to that poll at all, for reasons. And a doctor that could perform the surgery would be Kellyan or Aggro. Alright, I'm going to have Aggro... Oh, Kieran already got the leg. I'm going to have Aggro do... You already got the leg too? Oh, this is an armor skin gland. Okay, my brain will catch up soon. I think. I hope. I believe we're still making legs here. Here we go. Let's make bionic legs until there's one. Do I even need those cables? I do. Yes. It helps to keep the turrets off, so they're not on all the time. So 15 hours for Icarus and Macho, and then Arclight and Eric are out in 2. Did I just lose power? Did I just brown out? Yeah, I just browned out. Speaking of conserving power. Well, that's annoying. Hey, Happy. Guess what? Your torture's coming to an end. You are going to go into a battery soon. Actually, you're going to go in a battery now. Have fun. Well, he's going to keep the lights on, but not in the way you'd expect. I think the problem is that I added some additional hydroponics, but I haven't really paid for it. Glitch, you're gonna lose this fight to an emu. And marine armor just got finished. So what research should I queue up? Let me type some of the choices here. So we have skin hardening, which would be armor skin, stone skin, and tough skin glands. Artificial metabolism, nuclear, reprocessor, and detoxifier stomachs. No computation for research. I really don't think we need that, so I'm not including it. What else? No. Long-range mineral scanner? I guess. We act, you know, given what we get from the slingshot, that's kind of not necessary. I will include the moisture pump, precision rifling for sniper rifle manufacture, multi-barrel weapon. Excuse me. Multi-barrel weapons for the minigun and orders. Because otherwise I have antigrain shells and nothing to do with it. Hey, Kellyan, go help out Glitch. He seems to be in a bit of a problem. Done. Thank you. So I know I was going to go to the Ancient Complex, but then almost everybody that I was planning on sending to the Ancient Complex decided to punch each other in the face. Multi-barrel weapons are winning so far. I'll just queue that up. But of course, vote however you want. I'll change it when it resolves. So 2.5 minutes for that. Just making sure the correct nutrition's going in. Kibble and rice only. Yep. Alright, this has got to be bug. Because, Icarus can't die from... Yeah, I'm just... I don't know what to say. Could it be like surgery where there's always a chance to fail? I don't think so. I don't believe that that's the way that works. Also, he died 10 hours before he popped out. Before it was, because, you know, they went in at the same time, right? Macho and Icarus. So he died... He died before the cycle finished. I don't understand. I just don't. It doesn't make any sense to me. Alright, we're gonna do multi-barrel weapons and then precision weapons next. Do we... I wonder if there's anything in the logs. There probably isn't. No. I have no idea. I'll let you all vote. Yeah, so the reason why he shouldn't have died is he had the ability to be perfect candidate, which means that experiments can never fail, and yet he failed. Died during a power failure? Let's actually, I'm going to test that theory and forcibly turn off this gene tailoring pod. So let's undesignate power. Maybe it's my fault. Yeah, it was my fault. Of course, now that I've murdered Macho, I think I need to reload anyway. Sorry, Macho, you became a guinea pig, unwilling guinea pig, where I turned your pod off and murdered you. So you guys voted that we keep them in the pods. All right, so that indicates to me that I gotta be really careful about the power that I'm using. So I'm gonna power things down right now. Today I learned, the other thing I could do is I could probably hook up the second set of batteries so that we don't have a brownout. And that's just something really important to assess in the future, is to make sure that our power can handle the gene tailoring or else we die. So, should I be docked as a result of the power failure? Yes or no? Basically, should I pay some sort of penalty in some way for having to reload? What I should have done is I should have saved before killing Macho, because killing Macho was, yeah, was not necessary. We killed Macho for science. And then I was like, maybe I shouldn't have done that. So I'll be a little bit more mindful about my power draw, so that I don't have situations like that happen. What else can I turn off? Wouldn't be a terrible idea for me to get some additional chem gens to prevent that. But I have most of these off, and I'm still in the power positive, which is good. Then this chem Jenny is on. Happy's in the bio battery bank, and then I'll hunt the same emu because, you know, that's what we do here. So I apologize for that. I didn't really know that that was a threat or even a possibility. Good to know that it wasn't like a game bug, I guess. So Noob is, let me load the planet, is just shy of a day away. And we'll get to the murdering the cats in a minute. All right, and the pleasure cycles are wrapping up, so these biosculptor pods will be turned off soon too. I don't know how I feel about 18 incendiary shells sitting here in the general stockpile. That seems like a bad idea, but I do have a fire foam popper here, so it probably won't go wrong. Hey, it's seriously, it's stone. What is his rest factor? 118, and then this here is 125. Yep, sorry. I will keep this bed in case we have another couple, but obviously it's not a bed that I particularly need at the moment. Should it be docked as a result of the power failure? The barely majority of you say yes. So let's see. What I will do as a docking is I will jettison half of my anti-grain warheads. I think that's fair. Well, I should ask you. Is it fair to lose half my anti-grain warheads as punishment? All right, there we are. A three-way pull. You can decide before I fire these off to nowhere. Wouldn't be the first time. And it looks like my ancient battery, my power at least, is going back up. So that's good. And Eric and Arclight are now biotuned. And this is the leg that I have. I'm going to give it to Ascandia. I'm going to switch who receives it, because I'm the master of my reverse time. So some of you want it, you think it's fair, and then some of you think it's a bit too much. Interesting. Visitors. Ah. Shield, I gotta say you visit me a lot. Oh, boy. So Shaken. Even though... So here's why I hate pyromaniacs and also gourmands and chemically fascinated and interested. He is at 74% mood and he wants to set things on fire. Making everybody work because he's a psycho. I do sort of appreciate that he wants to set the psychoid on fire over and over and over. Oh, and Icarus, you are finished with your pod cycle. Oh, and you're here. So, your choices, let me read them so that you understand. 1 is matter phasing. Literally, you can walk through walls. So, when the Juggernaut is chasing you, just keep running through them walls. And then the punishment is Zealot. Executed prisoners will instantly kill all prisoners. Okay. I mean, the thing is, like, we don't execute prisoners too often, so it might not be a problem. But then the other one is Master Hacker, where you can hack like Lich can, but you become audacious, meaning that I don't think I can tell you to hack doors. Kind of funny. Maybe audacious doesn't stop me from telling you to hack doors, but yeah, you have a bit of a choice. And it looks like I'm getting rid of those anti-grin warheads. All right, choice 1 or 2. He hasn't responded to me, so chat, you get to choose. What do you think I should take? The matter phasing to walk through walls, which I also want to add that matter phasing is like another way to just like go through doors. Okay, everybody wants matter phasing and zealotry. Okay, it's a runaway poll. I'm just gonna call it. Thank you for voting, everybody. And experiment is a success. Cool. We could get rid of that zealotry for free because of the promising candidate. Or not for free, but at no risk. And Macho died. This time, legitimately, I don't have a brownout. Well, I have... That's a bummer. Yep, you got powered. Powered into the ground. Okay. I will, I suppose, add another wooden sarcophagus. Which I think is just called a coffin. But, you know. Fancy terms and all. 2 rips in a row for you. It's like Final Destination. It was meant to be. And I will resolve that prediction. Will it succeed? It did not. I'm keeping you on ice, so there's a possibility of bringing you back. But I wouldn't hold your breath. And Noob here is ready to kill cats. So if you like cats, don't watch. If you don't like cats, here you go. 1 down. How is it not? Okay, 2 down. And cats are dead. Alright. Well, we're going to start a funeral here. While I loot the shock lance and the glow world meds. There's basically nothing else on this map tile other than a few iguanas. Not really worth sticking around for. So, quest succeeded. I am the tabby killer. It is true. I cannot deny this fact. But they were manhunters. They had it coming. And it was a good funeral. Alright. Who should be choosing for gene potting or modding again? Here's the list of 12 now, not 13. So, aggro, I'm going to have you keep working on those bionic legs. Another thing that was a shame is that Macho did have some components to him, right? He was modded up a bit, and we lost all that. But oh well. And I'm going to save, given my track record of epic fails. So it looks like Icarus is likely to go in, and then maybe someone else. So I'm going to start... Hey, Icarus. Add or remove power, you could decide. I see you in the chat here. And then while we're at it, let's try to get some resmec serum if it's possible. So I'm going to be sending some stuff on the slingshot in order to try to encourage res serums coming my way. And just right now, it's a really good way to get rid of garbage I don't want, so. Good enough. I have res serum? No, I have heal serum. I don't think I have res serum. Well, here, let me see for sure, right? I could just put serums here. Heal and res serum will be stockpiled by the piano. Not something you often say. Also, Icarus, you should get the art trainer. Add another power. I believe this will be your last power, so good luck in there. Doesn't require a prediction though. And it looks like the other one will be aggro, so also doesn't require a prediction. And we just got collapsed rocks as a reward. Thank you! I don't mean it. And aggro, remove weakness. Okay, cool. No predictions, because there's no chance of failure. Except for power outages, now that we know that. And these batteries have about 5 or 1,000 in it. So, should be okay. Hey, did those collapsed rocks just delete my silver? Because if it did, I am less than pleased. I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know if it deleted my silver. But I'm going to move the silver out that's at the edge of the map. Because I have a feeling like it might have just smushed my silver into nothing. Pretty much the only way to delete stuff. Yes, we can pick up additional colonists even though we have dead ones. We have multiple dead ones just sort of sitting here waiting for res serum. Doesn't necessarily mean that I am obligated to not add to the pop. But a little surprising that that resulted in death. Okay, so there's some launch supplies. And we have a relationship. Shaken's mother. Well, Shaken is a loner pyro. So what is your mother? A nervous drug addict who doesn't ever fight. All right. Hey, Shaken. Go, you know what? Just put your mother in a battery. Yep. We don't even want your quests. We want your power. I know, it's dark. Dark and evil. It's what I do. Alright. I'm stockpiling unfinished stuff here so we don't have to walk so far. Oh, Eric's making bionic legs? Yeah, I guess technically you're capable. You cannot build your pod launchers partially underground, no. The pod launcher itself doesn't need to be unroofed, but where you place it has to be. So the only places that it can place anything in this space is here. When it mortars, pod launchers, transport pods. I just have a 36 tiles of access via the rules. And Leosoma, or whatever her name is now, well, you know, being processed for material. Kelly and an Arclight, you are idle. Are you really? Well, if you're idle, I guess what we could start to do is to do a corpse hauling. So rotted corpses will go here, because I have nothing better to do. Can I request res serum from traders? No. Traders will never, ever sell it to you unless you have mods installed that allows it. They don't. It's not one of those things that they'll ever have in stock in vanilla RimWorld. Just one of them rules. So Noob's coming back, and then I guess my next question is, what should my priority be? Going to vaults, doing quests, attacking settlements, viewer suggestions. You're off to play Stellaris? Well, cheers. Good luck. Hopefully you don't die like Macho. Eric, seems to me like you need a... Well, wow. You can't fight at all. Good. We'll give you a rifle. That's not going to turn out bad for me. Can't you make it with the proper research? No, you can't make it. You can't buy it. You can only quest for it or find it in Ancient Dangers. Those are the only two valid ways to get Resmec Serum in vanilla RimWorld. In this mod, you can also slingshot for it, but it's left a chance. So, not a very high chance either. But if you think that you can make it, you're confusing RimWorld with a mod that you've added. Because that is absolutely not something you can do normally. So I'm just slinging more garbage that I don't want, like the Eltex garbage that we don't wear. Thought I had... Maybe that was a different reality. Alright, that's enough. And going to vaults looks to be the top priority, which means Glitch, you are going to need to get yourself into recon armor. Because marine armor will slow you down. Thank you for tuning in to the Vaultures, which originally streamed live on Twitch, March 13th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule, countdown timers to upcoming streams, and a link to Discord where you can sign up for announcements and notifications about events. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel. I hope to catch you next episode in the comments or in an upcoming stream. Farewell, Vaultures.